Hi. So picture this. You want to start sharing your content, being a vlogger or a YouTuber, but the idea of you holding your phone vertically in public, talking to it while people are watching you, cringe. Yeah, me too. My name is Winifred Ekenife. I'm a product designer based in Nigeria and an upcoming content creator. And I love the idea of sharing my journey as a product designer, an upcoming content creator, and someone who enjoys solo traveling. But the idea and the thought of having to hold my phone this way in public weirds me out. And I have been on the journey and on the quest to find the best camera for me. I mean, I would consider myself a shy vlogger. So I have with me the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It is supposed to help people like us, the shy content creators or the shy vloggers, overcome shyness and record in public. Or they say it will. But today, I'm going to put it to a test and we'll see if this bad boy, small boy, worth the money, worth the quality of footage it says it would produce, and if it's worth the hype. Let's get into it. Let's start with why I got it. For me, obviously, the size. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is as small as they say it is. And that was like the first thing I was thinking. Given that I'm a camera owner, this is like my first camera that I'm owning. I wanted something that will not have a lot of setup or a bulky setup. So I don't like attention being drawn to me when I'm outside, and at the same time, I like to record things as I see them. When I go to restaurants, when I go grocery shopping, when I go anywhere and everywhere, having fun, I want to just poof, record. However, I dread having to pull out my phone and hold in vertical mode because everybody will be like, oh my god, are you recording for YouTube? Are you a YouTuber? Second reason why I got this camera, the gimbal helps with smooth footage while you're working. So you still have a steady shot and not a shaky shot, especially when you're working while you're vlogging. Or imagine you're in a grocery store and you're trying to bend down to pick something, or you're trying to move down the aisle. The gimbal is steady depending on your setting, even while in movement. The third reason why I got this camera is the promise of good quality and audio, even without complex gear and setup. So the camera has an inbuilt mic that it picks up sound from a very far range. However, it also comes with a mic. I got the curator combo that comes with a mic, that comes with a tripod, an extra battery, a lanyard, and every other thing. As a novice, I need something very easy and effective, something that I can grab, put in my purse, and go. Something I can pull out from my purse and record or do something I need to do easily without feeling shy and awkward about it. It feels like I'm holding a power bank in my hand and it doesn't draw attention. You don't draw attention while you're holding this camera in public. However, people will obviously wonder, oh, what's that she's holding? But they can't tell what you're holding. You have to come very close to you to see that you're holding a camera.
Now I'm looking at this camera now.
Now, the second thing we're going to be talking about is how much I got it and where I got it from. So, I currently live in Abuja, Nigeria, and I got this camera from a vendor on Instagram, and I got it for 1.3 million naira. And again, this is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo that comes with a whole lot of things in it. And I thought it was like the best choice for me at that time, as I knew I would be needing a microphone, I knew I would be needing a tripod, and every other thing that comes with it. I don't exactly know how much it costs to get the single one, but I'm guessing it's going to be around 900 to a million naira. There are probably vendors in Lagos probably be selling for 800k range for the single camera pack, and then the creator combo for 1.2 million. But given the inflation and things happening in the country, I would not see anything less than ₦1 million for a creator combo, even 1.1 if I'm being fair. So let's talk about how to set up a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Again, I watched a ton of videos on YouTube to understand how this camera works, because in as much as it's a simple camera to set up, you would still need tutorials on how people have used this in the past and how they've done their setting, especially if you're someone like me that likes a particular type of footage crisp and clean. You need to set it up to your desired taste. And so I decided to watch a ton of videos. However, flipping the camera vertically turns it on automatically, or clicking on the record button when it's in portrait mode, then that turns it on. 2, you get to select the language of the camera, and then 3, you're done. Yes, it's that simple. However, again, you have to set it up to your taste in terms of exposure, lighting, contrast, and the rest of it. When it comes to using it on the go, that's all that matters. I watched some color grading videos because I wanted my footage to look enhanced, if that makes sense. Yeah, so YouTube is your friend. Researching is also your friend. Now that we've spoken about where I got the camera from, how much it cost, why I got it, I'd like to take the next step to talk about the pros and the cons of this camera. You know, because this is a camera that is well talked about by creators and everybody, I also think that there are things that I may have wanted in a camera, but it doesn't come with this. So let's talk about it. We'll start with the pros first. 1, the size of this camera. It's obviously as small as it is, right? It's very small. It's discreet, and you can pull it out from your bag anytime, any day. 2, the stabilization. When it comes to DJI Osmo Pocket 3, it's very stable. So I've had to record on my phone, and I have to hold my hand still as much as possible so it doesn't shake. But when it comes to this, you do not have to think about it. All you just have to do is set it for a tilt lock, and you're good. Regardless of how much you move your hand, the camera is going to stay in one place. 3 is the ease of use. This is very easy to use. Again, coming from someone that has no idea on how camera generally works and how it's being set up, I think this is very easy to use. 4 is the active tracking or face tracking. When it comes to this Pocket 3 camera, it has a face tracking mode where the camera gets to follow you everywhere, especially when your face has been tracked. It just follows you, pans through. If it's like a 180-degree, it pans from that to the end of where you are and where the camera or where the gimbal can stop, but it has a good face tracking feature. Now, the last and final point for my pros is lighting. So it has a low lighting mode, which is great, and I have tested. Right, I was outside a particular day. I went for a work and I came back, and I needed to test it in low light, and I can say that it delivered because I could see myself, I could see my environment as clear. I didn't need to adjust footages or adjust the settings for me to see myself clearly. It was good, and I had only one light source, which was just at the top, which was far away from me, but the camera still did a good job. For everything that has a pro has cons, so let's talk about it. 1, price. This camera costs about 1.3 million or 1.2 million, depending on where you're getting your camera from. I know that that's pricey, and everybody already has phones. So I would suggest, if you're starting out as a content creator, you should just stick to your phone. And as you grow and you develop and you make money, you then can invest and get a camera. 2, handling. If you get the Osmo Pocket 3 single camera, there's a chance that it may slip off your hand, or your grip is not tight, etc, etc. However, if you get the creator combo, it comes with a tripod and a lanyard where you get to like strap it to your wrist or whatnot. The 3 is the built-in audio limitation. Again, this does not apply to one who gets the combo, the creator combo, because it comes with a microphone and a windshield, so you'll be able to use that as you like. However, if you can afford the small camera or the single camera, which is also okay, you would not have a microphone, but you can get like a single microphone or a microphone, a standard microphone anywhere, and then just use it with. My 4th con is going to be in morning trend. So when you're trying to look at yourself in the camera, that's like a small LED screen. It's quite small, and you might not see it the way you would see it on your phone till you export it to either your laptop or your phone, then you can see the quality. Finally, I know that you are shy. I am a shy vlogger. I I'm a shy vlogger, and that's that. When you go out, you still need courage to pick up this camera and film. So this camera is not entirely solving your shyness. It is reducing the amount of attention that's going to come to you, but you still need courage to film. I have used this camera for about a month now, and there are a couple of things that I wish somebody had told me. One, the camera doesn't come with SD card. You have to get your SD card yourself. I didn't know this. I thought it came with an SD card, and I was flipping camera to record, and but it's no SD card inserted. So you have to get an SD card. I would advise you to get an SD card that is above 516 gig. I don't know if that's the correct size, but I'll check what I have and I'll put it on the screen. But you have to get something above that. Don't get 156 gig. It's not going to go anywhere. Trust, it's not going to go anywhere. You end up having to export your footages every time, and that's stressful. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be me. So get a bigger storage if you can. Get 1 terabyte. If there's anything like that, get 1 terabyte. Yeah, I'm telling you, just get 1 terabyte. Number two thing I wish somebody had told me is the battery life. Okay, again, to be fair, I don't own any camera, so I cannot entirely say this is how long a digital camera should last. However, I have expectations saying that this is a good camera, if that makes sense. And this camera doesn't last for a very long time. Take for example, on Saturday when I was like recording, I was vlogging. I started vlogging by like let's say 10, and I was not recording every single hour and every single minute. By 4, it had died. Yeah. So it makes sense that they put an extra battery in the creator combo. It makes sense. It actually makes a lot of sense now because you definitely need an extra power pack or a power source even after a full charge. A full charge will last you, give or take, 7 hours, 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours, give or take. So you need an extra battery. You can also use your power bank to charge your camera. I haven't tried this. I don't know if it's good to try it, but you can try it. I would not advise you to try. Okay, I think one other thing that I think is good is it doesn't take a very long time for it to get full, like for your battery to get full. It doesn't take a very long time. Let's say an hour or less, you have from 0 to 100 a full battery that you can use in the day. So that's like that's a good thing. And I don't hear people talk about this enough. So the verdict is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 the ultimate camera for shy vloggers? I would say yes. And I would say this, it's a massive help for lifestyle creators or content creators or vloggers who are shy about pulling out their phones to record or who do not have the energy to carry complicated big cameras or gears in public to film. Mind you, there are restaurants and places where they do not allow you to hold like a whole gadget, and they don't let you hold like a whole camera, and they just say, oh sorry, cameras are not allowed here. This bad boy is your solution. Just put it in your bag or your purse and you pull it out and nobody's gonna know. It significantly lowers the barriers of you feeling very conscious while you're filming in public. The combination of its tiny size, the stabilization in footage, the inbuilt audio, and the ease of use is a huge reason why this camera can be your go-to camera or your next purchase if you're a content creator. So if you're a content creator, a lifestyle vlogger, a traveler, this is definitely worth your money. I would say this is worth your money. I would say this is something that would be useful on your trips. While this camera does not cure shyness, it definitely will empower you to pull it out in times and situations where you have hesitated to record with your phone. Yeah. I honestly think this is definitely worth the price, and this is definitely coming with me on my solo trip to Ghana. Do you struggle with vlogging shyness? Have you tried the Pocket 3? What are your verdicts? What do you think about this camera? If you've used it, what are the tips that you want me to try? Let me know in the comment section. And if you have any questions about this camera and what you can do, please feel free to drop your comments and your questions in the comment section. I will do my best to answer every single one of them. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe if you want to see more videos for me and my journey. I'm definitely taking my DJI on my solo trip to Ghana. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.